After his spectacular win at UFC Fight Night 207, Jeff Molina is the internet's newest sweetheart for defending the UFC Pride Month shorts. But unlike most overnight internet sensations, Molina isn't exactly enjoying the spotlight. The flyweight prospect believes what he did was common decency and that he shouldn't be getting so much attention over it. Stay tuned as we tell you everything about Molina's newly acquired fame. First up, common decency. It's June, guys, and you know what that means, right? Pride Month. And in solidarity with the LGBTQ community, the UFC has decided to play its part in a unique and fun way. The promotion recently introduced the rainbow-colored Pride Month shorts, which would be worn by fighters throughout the month of June. Honestly speaking, we think whoever came up with the idea of rainbow shorts should get a nice bonus this year. It's a brilliant idea. It's subtle, but at the same time, it says a lot about where the UFC stands when it comes to the community. And the first fighter to rock the funky shorts was flyweight prospect Jeff Molina, aka El Jefe. Now, if you were to ask us, we kinda knew that the Pride Month shorts would face some backlash from UFC fans. Let's face it, not everyone has the same stance when it comes to the LGBTQ community, but Jeff Molina wasn't too happy about receiving some nasty comments for being the first fighter to wear the shorts. Some people ended up going so far that they told Jeff he'd burn in hell for wearing the shorts and supporting the community. Anyway, the 25-year-old did mention that he was glad to have received more love than hate, but most of the appreciation came from the LGBTQ community itself, and not exactly UFC fans. Wearing the shorts got El Jefe a lot of attention though. He literally became an overnight internet sensation, but what's interesting is that he isn't exactly too excited about it. Molina still wishes it wasn't like this, and that people sort of realized what he did was nothing extraordinary, but just a glimpse of common decency. He also said that he felt really weird being appreciated for just wearing the shorts. You can tell that for Molina, this isn't really that big of a deal. But yeah, as we said, the move wasn't going to sit well with everyone. Molina just wore the shorts because he thought they looked cool. The flyweight stated that it isn't even about being an ally, and that he'll always support a meaningful cause. Isn't it 2022? The UFC has come a long way. We can still remember those days when the TV coverage of fights felt like everything was being filmed through a potato, or when there would be so many seats empty in the stands. Now you can hardly book a ticket to watch a fight live, and we've been lucky enough to watch some of the greatest and most influential fighters transform the UFC all for the good. UFC is a global sport now. It's followed by all sorts of people, by people coming from different regions and backgrounds. But you're probably wondering, why is all of this even important? Like, what does all this have to do with a combat sport? Well, think of it this way. When there's so many eyes following the UFC, it's bound to piss off a few people every now and then. And that happened with Molina wearing the shorts, or at least that's what we believe. We still think it's important to have fighters like Molina though, guys who aren't afraid to stand for what they believe in. And trust us when we tell you this, Molina isn't afraid of the heat. He told the media that the hate hasn't been able to break him one bit. He also added that he expected people would be a bit more open-minded since it's 2022. But still, El Jefe thinks all this is a bit too much for just wearing rainbow shorts. He feels like people are appreciating him for something that he really shouldn't be appreciated for. He's handling the spotlight really well in our opinion. He's keeping things calm, and just because he's viral now, he isn't trying to overdo anything. Well done, Molina. Next, feeling really weird. You'd sort of imagine that things would settle down by now, but they just seem to keep getting weirder and weirder. And that has Molina feeling really weird as well. We think it's a little overwhelming for him since the LGBTQ community gets hate all the time. And since Molina stood up for them, they've been showing him a lot of love. Molina compared it to murder. Well, not exactly murder, but he said that it's like saying murder is wrong and getting appreciated for it, or saying racism or rape is wrong and then going viral for saying something like that. It's common sense. Being hateful towards someone for who they love is wrong. Anyway, it's surprising to see all this coming from a 24-year-old fighter who's yet to make waves inside the octagon. He's managed to do just that outside of it. Let's see if he can keep the fire burning and gain the same level of popularity for his fighting as well. But hey, it's nice to see that the LGBTQ community has a hero in the UFC too now. Now, in other related news, Khabib versus Tony. No. We're not talking about a fight inside the UFC. That would be straight up unfair for Tony. He's had enough beating in his last few appearances inside the octagon, and putting him up against the likes of Khabib would be similar to a massacre. We're actually talking about a Khabib versus Tony TUF season. Yep, Khabib and Tony Tony might just end up coaching two teams against each other in an action-packed season of The Ultimate Fighter. And of course, you already know that boss Dana White needs to be on board with the whole idea. But what if we told you Dana is completely sold on the idea of a Tony versus Khabib tough season? Dana said that he'd absolutely entertain that idea. This all started about a month back when Tony talked about a potential tough season with him and Khabib as a coach. It was a pretty wise move, to be honest, because calling Khabib out for a fight would have turned on Tony in no time. Anyway, we're hoping Dana actually does something to put this entire plan into play. We'd love to see the two fighters add tough coaches to their resume. Next, a true champion. Israel Adesanya is a true champion. He's in a different league, and we think there's no one in the entire promotion with the same skill set as the last style bender. But that's not the only thing we love about Adesanya. You see, a true champion isn't someone who knows how to put on a beating. A true champion knows when to speak up and who to stand up for, even if it means standing up for your former rival. A few days ago, Paulo Costa landed himself in some serious trouble after being accused of striking a nurse right in the face. And while Costa immediately dismissed the accusations and called them all a lie, he's being questioned by authorities as we speak. Do we know whether he did what he's being accused of? Nope. Do we wish it's all a lie? Yes, because whether you like him or not, this isn't going to be good for the UFC if it turns out to be true. Costa took to Twitter and wrote about the entire incident and how he's being framed. And to our surprise, Israel Adesanya commented on his tweet demanding that the Brazilian fighter be released at once, and he even started a hashtag trend in his name to try to get things going. Let's see. We're hoping Costa is freed soon, but still, a class act from Adesanya. Haven't even fought though. UFC light heavyweight fighter Askar Mazarov hasn't even registered a single fight in the UFC yet, and there's already so much controversy. For starters, let's talk about the fake record he had. When he signed with the UFC, he had a record of 25-7, which was then changed to 19-12. It would have been pretty cool if he changed it to like 30-7 or 25-5, you know, something like that. Or maybe the guy's just really humble and didn't want to seem like too much of a threat to the competition. But things don't end just there. People have started calling him out for something else now. Something like a huge tattoo on his chest. Now don't get us wrong, there's nothing wrong with getting a tattoo on your chest. But come on, man, at least be a little original. Askar Mazarov has a tattoo almost identical to McGregor's. We can't even argue it's different. It's like 99% the same. The poor guy has already been robbed of his identity and credibility before having fought once inside the octagon. That's it from our side, folks. So what do you think? Was Molina wearing pride shorts really that big of a deal? How do you think the UFC should handle the whole incident? Let us know what you think in the comments below. Remember, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more interesting videos in the future. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.